Welcome to Wauconda Track.
Welcome.
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 Welcome to Wauconda Track.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to Boys Track. So our contract for this year is shared by both boys and girls for 2024, and hopefully you've seen this and signed it. But mainly the first one is just reminding that everything that was signed to get into 8 to 18 and to register, remind the Bulldogs that they are on contract, 24/7, that it's a year-round contract. Expectation is that everybody's at practice, but totally knowing that's not always possible. So unexcused is the biggest problem, or unidentified or communicated with me. So anytime I'm kind of left out in the lurch wondering where they are, then after the second time, I'll be reaching out to you. We'll have a parent meeting. We'll have a phone call with them to try to figure out how we can keep them consistently communicating and or at practice. If they're arriving late or they've got other things, obviously school things, I want them to be involved. Always want to work with. They've got different meetings and things after school. There's a link to be in our Google Classroom, and they just communicate. They're coming late. They want me to unlock the locker room at a certain time, or they'll meet us out on the track. But that one spot is where I can keep track of. Right now I'm at 65, 66 athletes, so that I can go right to that spreadsheet. So that's their job, to go to the link, make sure if they're leaving early that I can account for what workout they might be missing. Do they need the locker room unlocked? And if they're totally going to miss it, if they've got a lot of dental appointments coming this spring. And so we get those appointments, we get jobs, we get things that may miss, we're homesick. Being responsible and on task at meets and practices, we're going to go through that as a team. Being in at least 2 events. We want people well-versed. No one's just going to specialize in one thing. And if they are really good in one event, then they're most likely going to use another event to get better at it, whether it's a field and they hit a 2 or a 400 just to work on their own speed and endurance. Good sportsmanship. Usually very good with athletes, reminding them there's officials and other coaches and other things and other teams present to make sure they're conscientious about that. And for safety, I know totally realistic. They have other sports. This might be their 3rd sport, or the one that they use for conditioning to get ready for the fall. If they're in AAU or travel leagues, to communicate. I do not want them overworked. And if I'm aware of it, I would hope any good program outside of school, being aware of them being in a spring sport, would also want to make sure that they're not overtrained and that they are not put too much physical strain on them. So if they let me know, I'm happy to work with that, knowing they may have games. Their practice might look a little different. They're going to get their cardio in. Maybe I'm going to work on their skill in something else. And so any other activities are in, I ask that they have that included and just have parent signatures and athlete signature and the best number. I know there's a lot on 8 to 18 in Power School. What's the best number? Go-to spot to go to. So that's our contract. Hopefully you've seen it and signed it. If not, I'll make sure one gets out to you guys very soon. All right, once we're starting in January and we're in the indoor season, we end up running these halls for a little bit of a warm-up. We try to stay on the competition gym floor for many of our drills. We will do some things with hurdles and things out here in the hall, but otherwise we're in the weight room. So we do our best to spare the shins and shin splints that we don't want to have happen as we move into March, April, and May. All right, initially in January and much of February, unless we get good weather, we spend a lot of time in here. We're working on strength, conditioning, working on core and getting them ready so that when we get to the outside, we get to those events and all that warm weather, hopefully that comes soon, that we're able to be the best that we can. We do use this on some days where we are just inclement weather, can't do anything outside, and so then we're in here doing the best we can. But we do spend, indoor season is a large portion in here, and we've had some really great results, and the kids really work hard. And now we are in the training room. Mr. White does a fantastic job. We're trying to be preventative as much as possible, but at times we do have things we have to react to, and so sometimes it comes down to even the smallest things of dehydration that the athletes can do something about. So we definitely talk to them about nutrition, packing food. Anytime we have an invite, we have Saturdays and long meets on a Friday. I always pack, started back in 2001, I pack them food. Some things are just fun food to eat after they're done, but other things to keep them with protein and things in their system. So in here we talk about a lot about nutrition, hydration, sleep, but when we need to, or they're coming off of an injury, maybe from another sport or outside of track, this is where they come, and Mr. White does a fantastic job with all of our athletes. So this would be where they get taken care of. All right, parents and athletes, this is the kind of weather we start our seasons with for track. So as I'm bundled, luckily I'm not using the umbrella, but you never know. So we always tell you guys, you can't wear what you don't pack. So I would probably put on 2-3 pairs of pants and add to this. But as this is exactly when we'll be starting a meet, it can be very cold at times. So when we're out here, we're going to be all throughout trying to make our way from event to event to event. So parents, you're always welcome to move along the fence, be up in the stands. Throws, we'll show you all the different spots and places that we have our 18 events. So we look forward to a great season ahead and everybody having sunshine in at least in the 60s for all of our meets. Thanks a lot. All right, the gentlemen will all be filling out their goals, individual for what they want to accomplish. We got some that want to be on the record board, and we've already got that started this year. And others have athletic goals, nutrition goals. So the goals for them individually, they'll be letting me know if they haven't already. And then as a team goal, we've got goals. We also want to purchase. We want to do fun team building things and our team party at the end of the year. So eventually you'll be seeing some emails coming through, and we are asking for SNAP raises based off of just donations that people would like to put towards the team. I've listed all the different activities and things we'd like to do, and maybe people feel compelled to do it and maybe they don't, but we typically don't go door to door or sell any items. So that would be hopefully what reaches our goal. That covers a lot of the food items I buy, the team activities, the team building, and the different things that we do. And so when we are indoors, along with the weight room, the events hallway, we use the best we can with the competition gym as being our best floor. We also want to let you know that with all the things that we do, whether it is things that we need to buy for iPads for the whole team, or a disc, or a pole vault pole, I sincerely want to thank our booster program, who does an amazing job helping all the programs, activities, and sports. In my Google form that'll come after this, if you have any interest, whether it is to stay warm during a track meet, they welcome you to come in and work the meet and pop out there to see your son do their events. You are more than welcome to do that. If you'd like to be outside for the entire meet, but you want to work a soccer game or any kind of spring event, or even the fall if your son is going to be returning here and not graduating. So please feel free to sign up to help in any way. It could be half of an event or all the event. That would be fantastic to help the high school boosters. Thanks a lot, and we look forward to a great year.